Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on, guys? It's Filthy and I'm back with another video. Today I thought we'd have a look at the brand new Battle Pass system in Raid Shadow Legends, work out is it something that you should be buying, how much is it worth, reviewing it, the mechanics of how it works and all that kind of stuff, and having a look at some of the rewards that are on offer if you do unlock it. Now I obviously have unlocked it for the purposes of this video. It might be something that I buy anyway. I'll get into that probably at the end of the video once we've had a look at it, but yeah, I just thought we'd go through it today. So this is not scripted, just going to be completely ad-lib, so it's kind of like my initial thoughts. I would have done this last night, but I went to the cinema to see Birds of Prey. That's complete woke trash. Don't go watch that. Save yourself a couple of bucks and do something else with it. But if you are new around here, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you want some more Raid Shadow Legends videos. And yeah, I'll be back with some more stuff as soon as I can. So looking at the Battle Pass, I think first off, I think this is a good thing for the game. I think this is something that Plarium did need to do. So let's just set the gold tier aside for a sec. So you've got the top tier, which is like the silver, which is the free-to-play one, and then you've got the gold on the bottom. Now if you look through the free-to-play one, there is actually quite a lot of stuff in here. You know, you've got shards, energy refills, gems, potions, chickens, clan boss key, you know, some artifact sets, more potions, more chickens. So all in all, there's quite a few good things in here. Epic book is nice, XP, potions. We'll actually get a champion. So if you get to 50, you're going to get this particular champion here, Grave Chill Killer. Kit looks okay, 40% chance of placing a poison debuff. It's only for one turn. It is on her A1, so that's okay. She's not going to be the worst champ in the world. She's got a single target decreased defense, not the best, but maybe useful in certain situations, and then a passive ability that will attack and put poisons on. So again, you know, she looks like an okay champ for free. That's absolutely fine. If you're mid to end game, you might not use her, but free champion is a free champion. Some more gear sets. Void Shard's nice. This on tier 64 is really good. 6-star speed gear, that's quite nice. You know, so what I'm getting at, guys, basically on this top tier 5-star chicken, there's quite a lot to get. Obviously 90 is quite far to get in, but you're going to get Ursine Ironhide. He's an epic defense based champion, so again, you know, looks pretty cool, pretty good looking champ. Single target reduction of cooldown, so book that up to 50%. Only 4 bucks, that's not too bad. Only 4 bucks on his A2, which again is single target. Decreased turn meter. So again, you know, single target kind of champ, so not the best. And then he's got an attack all and decreased attack for 2 turns, book up to 100%. And then also he's got a passive, so each hit 50% chance of decreasing turn meter by 7.5%, and it also has a 50% chance of putting one of the target skills on cooldown if you get decreased crit rate. So you're obviously going to have to try and pair him with another champion because he doesn't do decreased crit rate, but the other epic I think that you can get on the paid version of the pass does. But still, an epic champ, I think that's pretty decent. Again, more legendary speed gear, so again that's really nice. Tier 100 for the free-to-play is very underwhelming. 1 legendary skill book. I know these are hard to come by in the game, but I really do feel like this probably should have been a better prize if you're going to make it all the way to tier 100. But the idea, guys, that I'm saying that this is good for the game is because you've got all this stuff to get for free. You know, you just have to play the game. All that stuff on the top you can just get. You don't have to buy the battle pass. Now, obviously, it might be quite hard to do. These little tiers look like they're worth 10 battle pass points, so I've got 9 out of 10 on level 4, so if I do 1 more battle pass points I go up to 5, and then I think these tiers here, so like 14 for example, will be more points, that might be 20, and then back to 10, then to 20. Now you get 4 daily challenges a day, so you can earn 20 points per day, so I'm not entirely sure if the maths works out on this. Now it looks like this playtime reward one at the top has been on both days so far, so it does look like you're going to have to play the game for 3 hours a day. That's obviously quite a long time. A lot of people aren't going to be wanting to leave the application open or play it for that long, but they are doable. You know, it's not particularly challenging to do, it's just you've got to play the game. And then weekly challenges, you only unlock these if you get the gold pass, so you're going to be stuck with your daily challenges on the free to play. So whether you can actually make it all the way to tier 100, obviously don't really know. So we've got you should be able to, because you can get 20 points a day and you've got 8 weeks to do this, so that's over 50 days. So the maths I think does work. It should be doable, but you're obviously talking about getting these done every day, and some of them will be a pain in the butt. At this bottom one that I haven't done, defeat 3 enemies in a single hit in arena. That's difficult because if you've geared yourself up to the correct level of arena where you're not necessarily winning all your fights, but you are winning them, but they are a little bit difficult, then that's going to be hard. I'm going to have to drop my arena level down to actually complete that, so I can one-shot some enemies. So bear in mind, you are going to have to be quite flexible with doing the challenges, but it should be doable. Now, that's the free version. The paid version on the bottom, so the price I think was £24, so I'm not sure if it's exactly the same in dollars, but you do get quite a lot of stuff for it. Now I've been through and I've looked at all of it, I've counted it all up, but if we just start with the kind of highlights, which are going to be the champions. So at level 30 you're going to unlock Ursine Ice Crusher. This is the guy who does he's got block cooldown on his A1. You could book that up to 30% chance, not particularly great. That's a lot of books to use for that. He's got an AoE decreased crit rate, so obviously you compare him with that other champ that we covered. 100% chance of taking the crit rate down. That's possibly useful for arena. A lot of enemies will have kind of on crit activation of skills, so potentially useful. And then he also decreases damage you receive from crits by 15%, again probably quite handy for the arena. And then he fills his turn meter whenever an enemy lands a hit. So I don't know whether that works on just him or off on anyone, but again, fairly decent champion, and a HP aura 25%. Looks really cool, so again that's a pretty good champ. And then at 60 I think we get an even better one. This guy at 60 looks pretty good. So this is the Stag Knight. His kit looks quite nice because when ascended he'll attack once 2 times, multi-hit A1s, quite nice. 30% chance of decreased speed. That's okay, not amazing. You can book it up, but decreased speed's not one of the better buffs in the game. But what he does have on his A2, which is massive, is an AoE, decreased defense and decreased attack. You can book this up to 95%, so it's going to land pretty much 19 out of 20 times. Put it on a 3-turn cooldown, and green affinity. I don't have many green affinity characters, so I think that is going to be a pretty good champion to get. And he's also got a nice passive where he will give somebody a 50% increased accuracy buff if they don't land a debuff. Now that's going to be much more useful for people who've got multi debuff kits, so debuffs on all 3 skills, and particularly on the A1, because a lot of the time you'll have a debuff on a cooldown, so you might use it, you might fail to land it, and then this passive will give you increased accuracy for 1 turn, but if you're not trying to debuff on your next turn, then it kind of makes it useless. But all in all, I think he's a pretty good champion. I would use him. I think he looks pretty good as well. Nice character design. And then the kicker is obviously if you get to tier 100, you're going to unlock a legendary void character, the Whirling Frost King. His kit looks pretty nice. He's not got that many books to get as well. So his A1 when booked up will do a 50% chance of freeze debuff. That's pretty nice in of itself. It's going to be quite useful for the arena. He does look like an arena champ, to be honest. If he does land the freeze debuff, he'll put a perfect veil on the lowest HP ally. Again, that's pretty useful. Stop somebody being targeted, so that's nice. His A2, once ascended and booked up, will give you 100% chance of decreasing crit damage. Again, in arena, very handy because pretty much everybody will have 100% crit rate. And he also gives a 30% increased crit damage to all allies. You can book it down to 3 turns, so that's going to be a pretty good move. It's going to stop the enemy hitting as hard, and it's going to make your team hit harder, so that's nice. And then he's also got a pretty good support buff, so 25% strengthen and 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. Book down on 4-turn cooldown, so not amazing. You probably would want that a little better, but still pretty good. And then he's got a 30% defensive aura in the arena, so he is defense based, so a pretty good champion. So just on those 3 champions alone, you're getting quite a lot of stuff. But if we go through all these rewards, I've basically gone through and counted them up, and what you're going to get from the paid battle pass is going to be 1,000 gems. You're going to get 40 energy refills, 5 ancient blue shards. You're going to get 2 void shards. You've got 3 4-star chickens are in here. 2 5-star chickens as well. 2 epic books, 2 legendary books, 7 days worth of 100% bonus XP, 50 brews, 1 million silver, and the champions obviously we discussed. Now that doesn't include the glyphs, so we're going to get some glyphs as well. So haste glyphs, pretty good, 4-star. We're going to get some sats as well. So divine speed set, 5-star, pretty good. So again, there's lots of 6-star gear in here. I think is it 4 or 5 sets. Yeah, 6 sets I think, or maybe even more. So there's quite a lot of gear sets in here as well. So when you stack all this stuff up, if you've ever seen Chosen's raid calculator, for instance, you're going to get an astronomically high figure for this. Now the downside, as I say, is obviously you're going to have to play the game quite a lot, but you do get these weekly challenges on the paid version, and these will give you extra points. So again, they make it easy, so you don't necessarily have to do all of your daily challenges, and these are pretty easy to complete. You'll get all these done in a couple of days just from general playtime, and you're also going to get extra rewards. So the first one's 3 ancient shards. Don't really know what these ones are going to be. Hopefully it's some more shards or books. Like books would be great, but we'll just have to kind of see. But that should make it a bit easier. Now, one of the other things that I like about the pass is you don't actually have to collect stuff straight away. So when you do collect it, generally I think will go in your into your character straight away. So unfortunately, you're not going to get them like put up here in your inbox. So, but the good thing is that you don't have to collect them straight away. So you can just dip them as you need. So plenty of clan boss keys and all that kind of stuff. So realistically, is this worth the 24 quid? Well, I mean, really, I think people fall into 3 categories on this game. You're either free to play, in which case I think it's good news for the game because you're going to at least get some of these rewards on the battle pass, and the 100 rank thing isn't like the greatest thing in the world. So if you don't quite hit it, well, it's not the end of the world. So I think free to play players should be quite happy with this. Then I think either people fall into 2 categories in terms of spending. You're either a low spender, so someone who looks to buy deals. So if you look at the shop at the moment, this is generally one of the better deals, where you get 3 voids, sacred and ancient, a ton of energy, gems for about 29 quid. I probably wouldn't buy this personally, but if you look at a lot of the other offers in the game, it's probably one of the better ones. And you compare that to the battle pass. The battle pass is giving you absolutely loads in comparison, because you're getting your epic characters, you're getting your legendary void, you're getting all the stuff we talked about. But obviously the downside is you're going to have to play the game and unlock it. But if you are a low spender and you do play the game quite a lot, I think this is actually fairly good value. You need to be careful with things like that, because obviously the game sets its own in-game currency. But one way to look at it is it's £24 for 8 weeks, so that's what, £12 per week. So if let's say you buy the battle pass every single season, you're going to end up dropping about £140, $150, whatever it is, on raid per year. And if you play the game a lot and you like it, then maybe that's no bad thing, and you are getting quite a lot of value for it. So personally, would I buy it? Possibly. As a content creator and someone who makes YouTube videos, I'm probably going to do it just because it seems like quite good value for me to spend the money on it. But if you don't spend money, then I think it's fine. The rewards you get for free are pretty good, and obviously if you're a big time spender, it's an absolute no-brainer. It's just there's so much value. If you play the game a lot, it is worth doing. So overall, I think my thoughts on this are pretty positive. You can skip tiers if you want. I wouldn't be getting into that at all. Maybe if you're missing it, if you bought the battle pass and you look like you're gonna miss it for like 2 or 3 tiers, you might want to then spend the money to make it up. But really, £100 to get everything straight away kind of defeats the point of the battle pass. The point of it is it's fun to work through the challenges, and if you just want to skip it, well, I don't know, 100 quid for that just seems absolutely ludicrous. But what do I know? So anyway guys, that's it. That's my view on the Battle Pass. I think it's good for free-to-play players. I think it's really good for low spenders, and I also think if you're someone who spends quite a bit of money on the game, again, it's just worthwhile doing. One thing I should say guys as well actually is when you start off, you do get a rare champion for free, and we'll go through her kit, and you also get 40% extra XP. So you get this 10% XP on level 1 and then another one on 20, and I think it stacks up to 40%. So let's have a look at the free champ that you get, which is a rare straight away. Clan boss type of kit, I think, the Frozen Banshee. So she will attack one enemy 2 times, 80% chance of 5% poison debuff, but the target has to be under poison sensitivity. You can book it up to 100%, but she's got a poison sensitivity move, only 10% chance for 2 turns, but you can increase the chance by 10% for each debuff on the target. So if you get the clan boss with 9 debuffs up, 100% chance to land this, and then an A1 will put some poison on and increase poison sensitivity. So probably really good for counter attacking. You know, you'll just have to sort of see how she works out in clan boss. Base defense of 1000, that's pretty good. Base speed of 99, that's pretty good as well. And then she can fill her turn meter by 2%, oh sorry, fill the turn meter of all allies by 2% for each debuff. So again, 10 debuffs on the clan boss, 20% turn meter fill, you know, again, fairly decent move. Possibly would cock up a counter attack setup, so that's something to bear in mind. And she also has an accuracy aura in all battles, and there aren't many accuracy auras in the game, so that's quite nice. So again, you get her straight away, so that's pretty good. But yeah, all in all guys, I'm pretty positive about the Battle Pass. I think it is good for the game. It's good for all different tiers of players, so I think they've actually done quite a good job. And I know that's probably not going to be popular, and people want people to dump on Plarium, but I think actually I'm pretty pleased with this. I think this is better than what I was expecting, so yeah, pleasantly surprised. But let me know in the comments, what do you think? Is this Battle Pass worth buying in your opinion? I hope you found the video helpful or useful in some way, so thumbs up would be great, and yeah, subscribe for some more videos. I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Peace.